So, hi everybody, we are in the kitchen again. It's Sunday afternoon, and as you can see, Paul is here. And we're actually going to be Paul is going to be making a parsnip and carrot soup. And Paul, that is one of our parsnips.
It is.
Let's have a look. Let's see it.
Ginormous.
What a whopper. What a whopper. It's great. And I can see it's got a bit of...
Canker.
I mean, the thing is, some people would throw that away, wouldn't they?
Yeah, or just feed it to...
I think I might have thrown it away
Yeah, you would have thrown it away.
I would have done.
You don't
I'd have gone, oh God, that's awful, that's going in the bin.
Not going to eat that.
Yeah, but not these days, because we're evolved.
Yeah. So we're just going to cut peel it well, cut the canker off. It's split there. I think that's mostly been eaten by a slug or something. But get to the middle of that, and that's going to be absolutely lovely to make a soup.
So what we got? What are the ingredients? Paul, take us through the ingredients.
We're going to use some olive oil.
Yeah.
It's about 400 grams of carrots. There's 5 carrots there. A large onion. We're putting in 5 garlic cloves. Some bouillon. Some white wine, because you want to have some white wine.
Well, I just said because we had it open from the other day.
So we're going to use maybe a cup of white wine and black pepper, and that's it.
And that's it. So you're going to prepare the vegetables, and then we're going to come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So chop them all up.
Great. Okay, so Paul, you've chopped all the vegetables and they're in the bowls now.
Yeah.
So you've got onions,
parsnip and carrots.
Carrot, yeah.
Garlic is here.
Mm-hmm.
And olive oil is here.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
So we're going to put a tablespoon of olive oil.
Okay.
It's just under a tablespoon there.
Mm-hmm.
And turn on the gas.
Mm-hmm.
Just heat that up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put the onions in and saute the onions for 5 minutes with the lid on a lower heat.
Why do we put the lid on?
I think it just cooks them a bit quicker. I mean, you could saute them with the lid on, but I prefer to turn it down, and then put the lid on, which keeps the heat in the pan. And it's not as if we want these to caramelise, so the fact it's got the lid on doesn't make a huge bit of difference for that. We just want the raw onion to cook out.
And I suppose also it stops cooking smells all around the house.
Yeah, which you don't like.
No, I can't stand that. No.
We have all the windows open, don't we?
Well, sometimes, yeah.
Have we got any windows open at the moment?
No, because it's absolutely freezing cold. Okay, so you're going to saute those, you're going to keep them softening for 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes. Just going to put the lid on, heat down, and then soften them for 5 minutes.
You're not putting garlic in there, no?
Not at the moment. I'm going to put that in after the 5 minutes.
Okay, so we'll have a look in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Whilst on the subject of cooking smells, which I hate around the house, I use quite a lot of incense and essential oils to get rid of them. There's a product called Papier d'Harmonie. I don't know whether we can see that, whether we can zoom in under the light. So what you do, You open this little booklet and there are these strips of paper. Take a strip, you take a metal bowl, and as you can see this is the one I use for incense. You light the edge of it. You are supposed to fold it up like that, and that will burn for literally a couple of minutes and it will get rid of your cooking smells. How lovely. Okay, so 5 minutes has elapsed now and your onions are...
Yeah, they're much more translucent, or they are translucent.
Okay.
And now we're just going to pop in the garlic, which I'm doing that way.
Yeah.
Put the garlic in, just going to give that a stir, turn up the heat a little bit. And then again I'm going to add the veg in, so all of the parsnips, all of the carrots. The parsnips will add thickness to this soup, so it doesn't need any thickening, any flour to thicken it, or any corn flour or anything. So just heating this up a bit, and then I'm going to put the lid back on now, and again leave that for 5 minutes just to let that saute away in there.
Great.
Turning down to a low heat, and then we'll be back.
Okay, so it's been 5 minutes and your carrots and parsnips are sort of warming through, aren't they, really?
Yeah.
With the onions and garlic
and the olive oil.
So what are you putting in there now, Paul?
So now I'm going to put a really good grinding of black pepper. We like pepper.
We certainly do.
We put a nice amount of pepper in. Obviously if you don't like pepper you put less in. If you wanted to spice this up and add curry powder or cumin or coriander or mixture of blend of whatever of your favourite spices, this is the time to do it. So you would put those in now and then just give it a stir through like I've done with the pepper. We're not adding any salt because we're going to add the bouillon. So I'm just turning up the heat.
So you've made up a litre of bouillon powder, and what is the bouillon powder, Paul?
Swiss vegetable
We can
marigold.
see that in the background.
Yeah. This one's a vegan one.
And it's low salt.
It's low salt.
Yeah.
It does actually, this one is a little bit more difficult to dissolve, but it does dissolve.
So how much powder have you put in
There's
per
about
litre?
a level tablespoon in there.
A level tablespoon, okay.
So now we're going to add the white wine.
Glass of white wine, lovely.
And just stir that through. That's on full. Obviously the white wine, well, that white wine
What?
is not warm, so it's cold, so that needs to come up to temperature. And now we're going to put this whole litre of stock in. So we'll give it a swirl at the bottom.
Okay.
And then we're going to bring that to the boil and then put the lid on and turn the heat down to a simmer and just simmer it for about 10 minutes, and then everything should then be nicely cooked.
Really? 10 minutes?
10 minutes should do it to be cooked, so that we can then blitz it in the liquidizer.
Okay.
If you wanted to mash this rather than liquidizing it or using a hand blender, then cook it for 20 minutes.
What's the difference?
Well, the difference is that it's going to cook a bit more after we've liquidized it, where if you just want to eat it like this and mash it up as a sort of chunkier, thicker soup, it'll need to cook a bit beyond the 10 minutes.
Why not just cook it until it's soft and then liquidize it?
Well, we could do, but I don't do it that way.
Oh, okay.
Also, after it is cooked and been liquidized, we will then decide how thick we want it and add more water if we want it thinner. Some people like a really thick soup, like a sort of, almost like a mushy pea texture, and this I think will be quite thick with all of this parsnip in.
Mm.
We're going to water it down. I think we'll most probably add another maybe quarter of a litre, maybe half a litre into this, but we'll see later.
Well, it depends on the flavour as well. You don't want to water the flavour out.
No, you don't. Absolutely. You could also always add more bouillon. Obviously, there's salt in the bouillon. Have I said that? Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
it's a low salt version, so
low salt version.
I guess you've got to add to taste, haven't you?
Yes. I mean, at the end
Okay.
of anything, when you're
You've got to
tasting
taste it.
you taste it, and if you want
Yeah.
it more salty or more pepper or whatever, you just put it in.
Of course. Okay, so you're going to cook this for 10 minutes, you say?
Yeah. So I'm
Okay.
going to bring it up to a boil with the lid on because it will boil quicker with the lid
Yeah.
on. Then I'm going to turn the heat down and let it simmer for 10 minutes.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so that's been cooking for how long, Paul? About 10 minutes,
About
yeah?
10 minutes.
Okay, lovely. So you're going to be liquidizing. So we're using our Magimix blender, which is over there. I think you can see it in the background. And Paul's going to take the jug over.
Glass jug.
Yeah, that's why we got it, because, you know, who needs more plastic? And you're going to ladle it into the blender. And obviously this is a blender that can take hot liquid. And you've also got a bowl on the side there, which you're going to decant into.
You need to make sure you've got enough liquid in there because the parsnips will really thicken once they're liquidized, so you need to make sure you've got enough liquid in here to take that. If you didn't have enough liquid, your liquidizer could just spin. So we're just going to take this over here now.
Okay. Yeah.
This has actually got a soup setting on it, which is excellent. If you don't have a soup setting, just turn it up bit by bit, speed by speed. Helpful to plug it in.
Oh yeah, it would be helpful.
No, lights on. Okay, so I'm turning to the soup setting and just pressing auto. Okay, one thing to remember if you've got something like this is release the pressure, because sometimes when you have very hot liquid which is quite thick, when you release the pressure up here, if you took that off straight away, it could go plop and a bit will splatter out from the middle.
Yeah, just use, you know, your liquidizer carefully.
Absolutely.
And follow the instructions, the maker's instructions.
And then we're just going to decant that into here.
Looks nice already.
And then we're going to do a second batch with the rest.
Okay.
I'm doing it over here because I want to be able to pour in. Because I'm right-handed, I want to pour this way, especially with boiling liquid.
So, in other words, people, be careful with boiling liquids.
Back over here.
Back over here, same process again, exactly the same. Soup setting on, lots of noise. Okie dokie.
Okay, and then I'm going to pour this into here. You can see it's slightly paler. There's obviously more parsnip in there than in that one. And then do try and get everything out.
Yeah.
I'll give it another scrape in a minute. And then I'm going to pour this
Being very careful.
But again, careful. Pouring away from you, so you don't want it to splatter towards you.
Getting it all out. We're using a rubber spatula, which I would think we've had for quite a long time, haven't we? Those rubber spatulas, they're really good, aren't they? Le Creuset ones.
They're Le Creuset, and we got them in Street, didn't we?
No, I don't think we did. I think we got them in that place near Vista.
Vista.
Didn't we?
In Lakeland.
Was it Lakeland?
Vista, yeah. So...
Okay, that's done.
There we are.
So what you're going to do to that, you're going to cook it a little bit longer. Does it need cooking a bit longer?
I mean, that's well cooked. It'll do. I mean, it needs to be reheated, obviously. It's very hot, but it needs to be reheated.
It's not grainy or anything, is it?
It's not grainy, no. But
It's
I think
nice
that's quite thick.
Well, yeah, we can see.
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to add some more water to that to thin it down.
So you're adding a little bit more liquid now?
Yeah, I've just rinsed out the liquidizer, adding that.
Just to slacken it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously,
Okay,
you can have it
that's
as
fine.
thick or as thin as you want.
I wouldn't make it any thinner than that.
No.
Are you going to taste it?
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely.
Good.
Absolutely lovely.
So that's a carrot and parsnip soup made with carrots, parsnips, onion, garlic, vegetable stock with bouillon powder, black pepper and white wine.
White wine.
And that's it. Thank you very much. Lovely. Bye for now.
Bye.